hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Mass Debaters. My name is DeAndre Robinson. These are my friends. Say hello, friends.
Hello, friends. My name is Evan Hamataki once again, and in honor of our dear friend CJ, who couldn't be with us today due to pre-arrangements. I'm Evan Hamataki, aka the Gut Destroyer.
Okay. Hey, friends. It's Cam, back for another year. And don't forget, I was washing my hand before it was popular.
Hey, this is Paul. I'm just stepping in for this week. Thanks for having me, guys, here. And don't destroy me too bad, please.
So Paul is here because, like Evan said, CJ has some things he had to deal with this week. First things first, we got to say this little jab that we do have a new president.
No, we don't.
We do have a new president-elect. God damn it. All right.
Here we go.
The new president-elect. Congratulations to Joe Biden. And then we do have that means we have a new vice president-elect, the first black vice president, the first black woman. All right. So with that being said, topic number one, all right, is the best fictional band or musician. But Evan, you're first.
All right. So I have one honorable mention just because I didn't really know too much about the whole category. So my only honorable mention is Spinal Tap. For those who don't know, Spinal Tap is a fictional band that they created a whole documentary about called This Is Spinal Tap. Great documentary if you ever want to watch it. My pick is Sexual Chocolate from Coming to America. Now, for those who didn't watch our Coming to America episode, I had never seen Coming to America up until then. But Sexual Chocolate stuck with me so much that Sexual Chocolate is my pick for this topic. It's just over the top funny, and then he just it's a solid pick. That's what I'm choosing. I know there's a lot out there, and these guys are I know DeAndre gonna like this pick. So go ahead, guys.
Well, Cam, you're first.
Okay, so I feel like you're cheating a little bit with this one because Sexual Chocolate is attached to Coming to America. Coming to America, we love. We made that clear on the episode that we did in regards to that movie. Coming to America is a great movie. So I'm trying to not be biased and cut out and just be, okay, the part about Sexual Chocolate. So Sexual Chocolate in reality is just four people in some pastel colored suits with Randy Watson. We don't know who they are. Okay. We barely know what music they were playing. Randy Watson makes Sexual Chocolate relevant. And so I wish you kind of just would have picked Randy Watson because that would have been and I can't fucks with it, but you chose Sexual Chocolate and they're just a backup band.
Okay.
And so it's just like
I guess that's my mistake because I specifically was picking it for him, but I didn't specify that. So I make that touche.
All right, Paul, it's your turn to talk about Sexual Chocolate.
Cam got to where I was going to be at. I mean, you didn't choose Randy. You chose the backup singers. So you got backup singers. And I love Coming to America, but it didn't come to America. And that gym, the scene with the gym, there's one guy, all happy, and all the rest are just like, nah, give me out.
That boy's good.
No, that boy good. That boy good. That boy good. And then look at him like, are you sick in the mind or something? So I mean, good try, but just you should have said Randy. You said Randy. That's totally different. We had different talk here, But Sexual Chocolate, one in the crowd, no.
So I'm gonna go right and. Cam said that she wants to not be biased and all that kind of good stuff. Fuck that. I can't fuck with it. I can't. Listen. There's no way in hell.
But this is also coming from the guy who I'm pretty sure has a Sexual Chocolate t-shirt somewhere, if I remember correctly.
And he has a Randy Watson t-shirt, and he has a Coming to America behind his right shoulder.
So if anybody was biased, it's Dre.
Coming to America is my favorite movie of all time. I know Cam said the same thing, but listen, people don't know how much that movie means to me. I love Coming to America. And actually, if you would have just said Randy Watson, you wouldn't have got to me. You wouldn't have got. I can't fuck with it. You had to say the whole band because he's not by himself. It's the whole band. Yes, he was the main, like he was the lead singer, quote unquote, or the main guy in the band. But it was actually Sexual Chocolate. That's the name of the band. So so if you ask to me personally, if you would have picked Randy Watson by itself, then you would got some L's from me. However, you said the whole thing. I love Coming to America. Don't judge my life. I can't fuck with it. There you go. So it's on me. And I got some honorable mentions. A lot of them actually.
You get 4.
I know. I didn't get 4.
Like-
I get 4. First things first. Shout out to the Soggy Bottom Boys.
I am a man of countless Hyrule.
Hell yeah! All right. just like the karaoke episode. Like I said, me and my friend Reese do this song all the time at karaoke, and white people like they're shocked when we do it. So yeah. Shout out to Soggy Bottom Boys. Shout out to The Real Deal. Now, if you haven't watched a show called, a movie called it's Bernie Mac and Isaac Hayes' last movie before they died. It's called Soul Men. It's one of the most underrated, hilarious comedy movies of all time. It's Bernie Mac and Samuel L. Jackson. They're in a music group called The Real Deal, and it's hilarious. Check it out if you didn't even see it.
That's such a good movie.
Yes, one of the best rants of all time from Bernie Mac. Oh my goodness, shit's hilarious. All right, then number 3. Number 3 is shout out to the Beats from the show, from the cartoon Doug.
Oh God.
Ayo, killer tofu. That's my shit. Yes. And then and then last but not least, I mean, Cam know what to say. Last but not least, shout out to Powerline. From Powerline from the Goofy movie.
Fucking God. I knew it was going to get brought up somehow.
Yes. Shout out to Powerline. All right.
At least he's consistent.
But my choice is the 5 Heartbeats. All right. This is a personal choice of mine. My family loves this movie and loves this group. First things first, I don't know if you can see it, but on the bottom, the 5 Heartbeats poster on the bottom right there. Hold on.
That blue corner that we have over
Right
there?
there.
Okay.
I see it.
You-
Can I see it? All right. So yeah. So my mom actually, for nicknames, one of my nicknames was JT. My brother's name was Duck from the movie. I swear to goodness, ask Shona Robinson. Those are nicknames, Duck and JT, and it kind of played out that way too, because that's how we grew up.
Yeah. Because someone's a little bit of a hoe. Like,
don't judge my life. All right. Anyway,
I just think facts.
So the 5 Heartbeats, they might know, is a fictional movie about a group. It is Bailey has something to do with the Dells, but it's not actually on the Dells. Robert Townsend directed, wrote, produced, and starred in this movie. He was actually Duck. This is some catchy ass songs that they have, like from the back in the day, that Motown back in the day sound. Man, and it got like everything from those old school bands that had somebody on crack. Somebody took somebody else's girl. somebody took his girl. They was getting cheated by the record label. Somebody dies. So somebody find God. So it's like any cliche thing from back in the day from those groups it had in this. It's actually, man, I don't want to say it like that, but it's a black classic. It really is. So yes, the 5 Heartbeats. Shout out to Robert Townsend. Shout out to 5 Heartbeats. That's my choice. Evan, you're first.
So I had trouble with this one. Not because it was a bad movie or the songs were bad, because they weren't. I just couldn't get the Temptations out of my head. It reminded me so much of listening to the Temptations and stuff when I first listened to the Temptations. So I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Like I said, it's a good movie. Go watch it. The music's good. It's hard for me to separate them from reality versus fiction, because fiction means fake. Because it just reminded me so much of a real life group that I just consistently found myself thinking of the real life group counterpart instead. So
Well, their counterpart would be the Doves.
Well, but my mind went there.
Temptations,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not the only person. Well, I mean, everybody that watched the Temptation movie and the Five Heartbeats always compare those two. That's the two you're going to compare to. So
yeah, it's tough. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just my mind was elsewhere when I was watching it. I'm like, man, I'm watching a really good Temptation movie. It's not the Temptations. Stop it. So,
all right, Cam's on you.
All right, so obviously, this is definitely a black classic. It's not really an option. It's on the list. Like, whether you've seen it or not, it's almost like saying whether you can play spades or not. It's not really our fault, but it's on the list of things that you should be aware of. With that being said, it's not my top best fake band, obviously, because it wasn't my choice, but it's not a bad one. It's almost like what you said, DeAndre, as a plus is almost the negative for me. They put every possible cliche in one movie. Not necessarily cliche, like black cliche, but it's just
band cliche.
Music band cliche. And I'm just like, come on. Like, are you serious? Like, 1 minute you're undiscovered. Next minute, some label record owner is hanging some guy out the window. Next minute.
Best part of the movie. Best part of the damn movie. He smacked them clear down the hall. Like, clearly.
Your obsession with violence and things like
Don't
that.
judge my life.
I don't judge. I'm stating facts. Okay. You love stuff like that. And again, it was a good movie. Eddie Kane on drugs is a lot to take, okay? When he's like, I can sign. And he comes and he's like, and he's like, look. Because it had been a very, very, very long time since I've seen this movie. So I watched it again more than once. And that part every time fucking gets me. And I'm just like, it's cute for what it is. They're not the best band, and I'll explain why when I go over my choice. But
my choice.
They are an iconic band. They're a well-known band.
Iconic.
That's right. So I do give them their props for being well-known, like that you're a staple within the community. But I just can't put you at the top of the pop.
All right, pause on you.
You know, I didn't know this movie. Sorry, DeAndre. I just, I heard of it, never got to watch it. I watched it now. I had to look it up a little bit, kind of get some backdrop on it. First line of the plot is Donald Duck. Am I watching a Disney movie? I mean, that's all I'm wondering. Am I watching a Disney movie or something like that? But no, it was a good movie, but it's been said, it's all the cliches and just kind of became very particular. Like I could tell you what's next. Oh, now they can get signed. Oh, now they're famous. Now they're gonna break. All the things that did it. It was too refined, like in the music and variable. I mean, that's a good and bad thing, I guess. I mean, that's a good thing because you can relate to it and you can actually feel like it's actually occurring and grow with them. At the same time, to me, it was a little bit bad thing because it was just so refined. Like they could actually be their own band, in real life. And to me, fictional, just so you know, fictional means fake.
That being said, Paul, you're next.
All right. So this was a tough one. This is a bit tough category for me because I never really thought of, fictional bands and movies and stuff like that. And I had to look it up and try to decide. But a couple of honorable mentions. Sister Mary Clarence.
How
did we all miss that?
Yes, there you go, sir.
And I already gave my submission. I already said this was gonna do, and then I was going into it, and I was like, how
that is a bit. You should have made that your choice, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
I can't fuck with it.
that might actually got for me. I can't fuck with it too. I love Sucker Chocolate, but they only had one scene. Sister Mary Clarence. Yo, she had two fucking movies.
How she just grouped everyone together, down to unite. I mean, just total miss everyone's part right there. And then for another one, I'm about to get it from here. I'm about to get it. Jessica Rabbit.
No, DeAndre loves Jessica Rabbit.
I do. I love that movie.
So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really think about putting her in that, but she was actually a 1940s club singer. So yeah, I can see that.
Yep. So, all right. So those are the two I have on that one, and onto my selection. Again, grew up on this. It just kind of got to my soul. Wild Stallions, Bill and Ted. You know, here's a band that sucked, that just came to the end and united this whole world. Don't, you know, if you're gonna say no to this one, that means you don't want world peace, because that's what they did. That's what they did. They did world peace. Yeah, they screwed up. They had to go back in time. They had to go back and fix the mistakes. But their music united the world. They went from crappy, nothing band to just uniting the whole world. So that's why I had to choose them. And come on, it's just iconic. It's just iconic.
So I'm gonna go right. And the first Bill and Ted movie, Wild Stallions, it was great. It was a pretty good. It was an okay movie. I'm not a really big fan of that movie because when I watched it first, I wasn't really big into rock music. I had to mature my mind to get into more of rock music, more rock and more country, more pop music. However, though, that second movie was straight garbage.
Plus,
that second movie was horrible. All right, and then in that second movie, I refused to watch the third movie, which would probably help the case out if I watched the third movie. But that second movie was super lick pit. Shit was garbage. So
it was.
So yeah.
What's the order for the movies?
It goes Bill and so I had it right here.
I
Actually,
think it's Bill and Ted's
Bill and
most
Ted's
excellent
Excellent Adventure.
Yeah,
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Bogus Journey.
And then the latest one, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Really funny.
Oh my goodness, it was. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to list that the second movie didn't just destroy the saga. It really did.
I wonder if I could have just said, because you all have it in one movie. I mean, your selection's on one movie.
Well, here's the thing though. We said band or fictional band or musician. They are in multiple things, so you got to put it all in all whole thing. Just like if I would have said Doug and I would have said the beats, I got to put it every time you hear the beat song in it. And the beats, trust me, it's on. I'm a big fan of Doug. It's on there a lot.
But they weren't in the second one technically. The band was never mentioned in the second one, I don't think.
You're right. No, it was mentioned. There was mentioned. It wasn't. We didn't mention a lot. They do some notes, but the second movie was hot garbage.
Yeah,
it is what it was. All right, Evans, on you.
Okay. So you said if you don't like them, you don't like world peace. Well, apparently, fuck world peace. 'Cause I don't like them. I only ever saw the first one because I was like, this is terrible, so I'm not gonna watch anymore. This was before I became a Keanu fan. And even now that I'm a Keanu fan, still fuck this band. It's not good to me. But I get that it's kind of like supposed to be like a spoofy type thing. It's not meant to be taken seriously. But even then, I'm just like, this ain't it, Chief. So with all due respect, I can't get behind the idea of the Wild Stallions, whatever they are, whoever they are. If I'm gonna pick a duo from two white dudes, I'm probably gonna pick the Blues Brothers over Wild Stallions any day. So
I thought about that, Evan. I thought about that. I
just thought about it too. I was like, I should have made that an honorable mention.
But I don't like that music genre. So that's
gotcha. Okay.
Cam's on you.
Tuche.
Yeah, no, it's not. I forgot I even seen these movies until I rewatched them. And then it started coming back to me. And I was like, oh, crap. I have seen this before. There's a reason I forgot. It's not good. Most of it's not in reference to the actual band anyway. The band is not good. It's just used in the movie as a reason that these two people are together. It's not really... There's no point where they play a song and I'm just like, okay, all right, I can't. Never, not once. in the entire thing. And so I couldn't give it, like, as a movie, movies are okay, but the band within the movie, absolutely useless for me. I'm sorry.
I just want to say that if you want to choose like a bad band, you know, Sex Bombs is in there as well. Like a bad
Sex
band.
Bomb.
Sex Bombs out there as a bad band. But however, I can get for some reason I could feel their music a little bit better. But
We are Sex Bomb.
All right, Cam, your pick.
All right, so I do have some honorable mentions. So first one is Love Handle. If you're not familiar, they're the band on Phineas and Ferb that randomly appear throughout the episodes for the music needed.
Oh shit!
Makes bomb ass music, okay? Like for no reason, about the most random topics. I fucking love them. They need to be real. 2 is the School of Rock band.
Okay. Okay, I'd give you I can't fuck with it if you chose them.
That I was just like, as a band, they're really fucking good. Like it's fucking crazy. The third one is Sister and Her Sisters from the movie Sparkle. If you're not familiar,
okay.
I can send you a link, but I think that's technically what their band is called, Sister and Her Sisters. And then the last honorable mention, top of the list, had to be mentioned for the ladies, is the Cheetah Girls. What is wrong with y'all? How y'all not going?
Okay.
But wait, some more. But the Cheetah Girls was actually 3LW and Raven Simone. So
no, that's still not the same thing.
It's literally a whole
3LW because one member of 3LW was never in it. They replaced it with the white girl who was named Doe. Like, with that being said, my actual choice, right?
No.
Well, I don't know if you should say Dina and the Dreams or, you know, Dream Girls, because the movie kind of evolves throughout, like the name evolves throughout the movie, but it's the Dream Girls. And I mean, like, let me not say we've all heard of it, because that's not true. Maybe there's probably somebody under a rock somewhere that's never heard of them. That's not my fault.
You mean they're not real? They're fake?
They're not real. And that's what fictional means. In real life, they don't exist like as that group. And just for that clarification, and you know, the actors are real people, and then they play fictional characters, and fictional means fake.
So that's what the fictional means.
Yes. And so
you want to keep doing that, huh? You want to keep doing that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this band group, singing group, however you want to phrase it, is so good. It's so good. Obviously, there's more than one rendition. There's an older rendition, and then there's a newer one that has like Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson. And I'm so horrible because she becomes like Tiana or somebody.
Anika?
Yeah. So I'm like, there's heavy hitters that do the most recent rendition, but it's the music for them has always been fantastic, still is. They're just a great group. And even in their movie, they're stars. Okay. Okay. I think out of all of the like shows or movies or fictional places that they're in, the Dream Girls make it to the top. All right. There's a reason for that.
All right, so I'm gonna go.
Oh boy, here we go.
First things first, I want to say it did the Effie White dirty. That's what main thing.
So you talk about your movie with the druggie.
I never
dirty.
I never said we didn't get done dirty.
Okay.
I never said that. All I'm saying I just want to say that they did Effie White dirty. Okay, I love you, Jennifer Hudson. If you ever see this, so here's the thing. So I did get some I talked to some people that thought that this was actually a real a biopic, and it's not.
No.
It is not.
I checked.
It's not. I took a check too. It is a rendition of a 1980s Broadway play. Okay, so it's not a biopic. It is a good movie. The movie is fantastic. The stars in this movie, from Jennifer Hudson to Beyonce to Jamie Foxx and Eddie Murphy. And if I'm missing somebody else, I'm sorry. But it's a fantastic a group of people. It's fantastic. I didn't like the music that much. Not gonna lie.
Because there wasn't no cussing in it.
The main thing, the movie was fantastic. The main thing I love music wise was Effie White's rendition of I Am Telling You. That was so fucking great. Oh my goodness, Jennifer Hudson, marry me. So like I said, I didn't 100% like the music. I like old time. I've obviously like old
Motown
songs, old Motown feel. I just did, the Five Heartbeats. I just didn't, for some reason, I just didn't like their music outside. And I'm telling you, that's just me. All right, pause on you.
Oh boy. So
I'm about to drop some knowledge.
It's not my music.
Damn.
And to me, this is kind of to me it falls into it DeAndre's movieist, that it's predictable, that it's a rise, it's a fallen. I think the music's not for me. I'm not saying the music's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me type thing. A lot of fighting, a lot of cat fighting there, which is nice, and it brings some sense to the subject,
They fight. That's nice.
They fight. They make sure they fight. But again, Effie White. I mean, come on, just What can I say? It's been said. It's just it's set up nice. Of course, it's Detroit, Michigan, '62. You have that feel. It's small town. It's raised. It's almost. It goes back to It goes back to like the Five Heartbeats. It's just so refined. So like, is this really a band? Was this based upon someone and everything? And I'm just not a fan of those type of movies. I mean, I like funny movies. I mean, that's just my flavor. I like funny, have fun movies. I mean, hence why my selection that y'all don't love, with Wild Stallions. It's nice to see them mature, and you got some great actors in there. I mean, Eddie Murphy, you got Beyonce. I mean, just beautiful actors and beautiful singers and everything else. But it was over the top. It was too beautiful.
I will say that just like DeAndre's movie, which you did mention, this one people do believe is a loose rendition of essentially the Supremes, Diana Ross and the Supremes. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's why it's kind of so refined and so specific in certain places. Yep. But I wasn't mad at it, so that was on the cross-checking. That's on the cross-checking cam that I had to do, because I was like, this has to be based upon something. Wikipedia isn't always right. I was digging in, and I was like, well, no, it's not. But I mean, that's all. That's what makes it so good, but also so bad, that it could relate so close to your band. So what would make this more unique? Same thing again. Repeat. Same thing with the Five Heartbeats. What would make it unique? You could say, oh, okay, all right, this is a little bit different than, I hate to say it, stamp. I call it stamp movies like this. That's what it felt like to me.
So, Evan, you're next. However, just like I told Evan, I thought about this. Just like so, Evan, if Paul would have picked Sister Mary Clarence, or if Evan would have picked was the one that he said that he loved, that we all loved from him. I forgot. Oh no, so just Sexual Chocolate. If you would have just picked Effie White, oh hell yeah, you damn I can't fuck with it no times. Like
the only reason I didn't pick specifically Effie White is because technically in the movie she only has one song that is technically just hers, performed as just Effie White.
No.
And that's the one that the Dream Girls end up stealing, and towards the end of the movie, if you watch the whole movie. So it was kind of just like, granted, even that one was amazing, but it's kind of just like, overall the movie is for the Dream Girls, so I just left it general.
Yeah, but I mean, Evan picked one scene from his movie. So if you would have just did that one thing,
well, I mean, like in his defense, the band is only in that one scene.
All right, Evan's on you.
I'm about to drop a fire hot take that people aren't gonna like. The only reason I don't like the Dream Girls is because I can't fucking stand Beyonce.
So Evan, I concur. I don't like Beyonce either.
Thank you.
But she was perfect for this role, though.
You're right, because she's a bitch.
Because no. Because if you, and I don't want to go too deep and make this, such a big thing, but
Right.
Everybody always says Beyonce's a little stiff. She's a little robotic. You don't always get the feel of a character when she does it. But for this specific role, that was the whole point of that character. It was that Effie was switched out for someone that was kind of like whitewashed and vanilla and give me a, like they were just robotic about it. You want
and
this?
They didn't want the women in the front.
As the music changed through the generation,
so what they wanted was a bad actress.
That was kind of the whole point of Effie's character being replaced to begin with. It was supposed to be something that was generic enough that it could be sold to anybody, everywhere, everything. You see what I'm saying? Like
they could put this group of black women in front of the stage of the white people because the main singer is.
If you were too soulful back in that time, black.
You had a specific crowd you would perform in front of. But if you had that white tendency qualities, you could be marketed towards the white audience.
It wasn't even necessarily white, but yes, that's essentially what it was. And that's why I don't know if you would even notice in the movie, she did it really well. When she was on stage, and then she would get off and she's kind of just like, and it was that would like, but that fit the character so well. But if you don't really know the background of the movie and like, the characters, it's kind of just like, oh, Beyonce doing Beyonce shit. Like,
so I like to slightly disagree.
Okay.
It
was just an explanation, but okay.
No. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I felt like you said that she was perfect for this, and like because she was bad, but I'm
not saying she was bad.
No. That's what Evan said.
Evan said she was bad.
I'm actually going to disagree a little bit with both because there's one movie that she played in that she was fantastic in that role, and that was Fighting Temptations. And when she was in Fighting Temptations,
Wait, Fighting Temptations.
Fighting Temptations, yeah. She was the quote unquote whore that's come back to church, and I
forgot about that.
Yeah. So in Fighting Temptations, it was a whole new Beyonce. Like it was, she wasn't stiff. She was basically a rider for God, but she was still a rider. So
she was God's rider.
So
you guys are just mixing things that should not be mixed. like you just.
All I'm saying is that it's a different feel from her being in Fighting Temptations than her being in Dreamgirls. Like I felt like she was better in Fighting Temptations than she was in Dreamgirls.
With that being said, I'm all in # put Effie back in the front campaign. Put Beyonce off to the side, like side stage, off the stage, in the back room. Like she can still be putting makeup on. I feel bad because that's more of my opinion of Beyonce than the actual like group itself. The group wasn't terrible for a group of Motown singers. It was great.
Evan, give me your ranking, please.
My ranking, I'm gonna go. Sexual Chocolate numero uno.
Well, the DeAndre.
I'm gonna also then go the 5 Heartbeats 2, as hard as that is to say. Then I'm gonna go the Jennifer Hudson-led Dreamgirls, and then the Beyonce-led Dreamgirls, and then I will go Wild Stallions. Dead last. Sorry, Paul. Welcome to the gang.
Okay, so I'm gonna put Dreamgirls number 1.
Boo.
Very hard, but I'm actually going to put Sexual Chocolate as number 2.
I love you now, Cam. You great. You good. We good now.
Because I'm just like, you're kind of right. Randy Watson isn't a single act, so I'm just like, you'll sold me on that. 5 Heartbeats and the Crackheads number 3.
It was all crackheads. This was one crackhead.
They in the back. They singing.
What one crackhead in the group make everybody look bad. Let's talk like.
Look at Bobby Brown.
The crackhead got the manager killed. Like that was the worst crackhead of all band times. Like.
All band times.
John Wax.
It's horrible. And then the Wild Stallions are because I'm like, I watched the movie, but it's not for the band. Like,
all right, pause on you.
I think number 1 for me is gonna have to be Randy Watson. Oh wait a minute, he wasn't chosen. It was a sexual chocolate.
Motherfucker.
That
That was cold.
was cool. That was cool.
Cold world.
You know what? I'm gonna bet the 5 Heartbeats is number 1. I
Don't
really
do that
am.
to his ego, please.
My ego.
Hey, I see him, and once all this COVID stuff ends, I gotta see him. So trust me.
Just carry a taser. It's fine.
No, but you know what? I gotta put that number 1 because as much as I was talking before, I still had a hard time arguing that side just because it's such a good story. I mean, it's just a great story. It really, really is.
That's Robert Townsend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He did kind of make it about himself, but I was just, I'm not surprised you wrote this.
Yeah, but you realize like all Robert Townsend movies back in those days, from Hollywood Shuffle to Meteor Man, it was all about him. Like it was.
So
it was him.
that's
But when
why
I was
you
younger, I
chose
didn't realize he was
Meteor
also
Man.
the writer. As an adult, when I'm just like, oh, okay, like, it makes sense.
I'm gonna pick for number 2, Wild Stallions. I mean, it's just I grew up on it. It's iconic. I mean, kids nowadays now know it because the latest one that came out. Good, you like it or not, it's there. I think if most of us went into a crowd and named off some of these, I think honestly they would hit Dreamgirls and they would hit Wild Stallions, at least in the Northwest here. Number 3 for me is going to be Dreamgirls. Plain and simple. Sorry, Evan, you got last.
All right.
Don't be careful Googling sexual chocolate.
Number 1 is going to be 5 Heartbeats. Number 2, I know just one scene. But I can't. I gotta go with sexual chocolate. Like shit. All right. Number 3 is. This is hard because I don't like either. Number 3 is Dreamgirls because Jennifer Hudson. I love you, Jennifer Hudson.
Do your dream, girl.
And sorry, Paul, but I gotta put Wild Stallions number 4. Listen. If Jennifer Hudson didn't destroy that song, like made me love her even more with that song, you probably would got number 3. I didn't like the movie, so it is what it is.